Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emmanuel Itoje, and in today's video we'll be going deep into understanding Microsoft 365 billing. So we actually want to take a deep dive into understanding the Microsoft 365 billing itself. So I'm currently signed into my Microsoft 365 admin center, and to actually go into the billing session, we'll click on the billing blade here. So the billing blade is actually where you manage your Microsoft 365 billing. It provides all the tools that you need to manage your billing accounts and invoices. So it has the following an option. So before we go in, the first thing we can see is your product. So this tab actually has a list of all the products that we have, that we've purchased from Microsoft, their product that we own. But how do we even get a product? So before now, this tenant has actually been migrated. Before now, the first thing you will see when you click on billing is what we call purchase services, but the purchase services has actually been replaced with this tab here called marketplace. So purchase services, some tenants are still having the purchase services, while some tenants has actually been migrated to the marketplace. So it's basically the same thing that you do when you want to purchase, when you're using the purchase services tab. So in the marketplace there, the first thing you'll see different recommendations from Microsoft about more about projects, more about Outlook, different things that you can actually, different products, different tools that can actually help your business to be secure, that you can use for to increase your business productivity. But where we're going is actually all products. So in the all products page, we can see various Microsoft 365 products that is actually available for our region. So we can see the recommended option, which are the business basic, business standard, apps for business. If I click on this, for example, now it's going to show me more products that I can actually purchase. If I scroll down, if I actually uncheck this, for example, now I can't even scroll down at all. So the total number of products showing is just 4 products here. But if I click on this, the total number increased to 44. So depending on, so the category actually helps us to actually streamline which of the products we want to purchase. Let's say, for example, I want to purchase a Power BI product. I'll just click on Power BI here. So it's going to make it so easy for me that I'll be able to see all the Power BI products that are available, the Microsoft Fabrics. Now you can see that because I currently have this on my tenant, it has been activated by Microsoft on my tenant. So you see that you own this, the product that you own currently, you'll be able to see it even on this dashboard here. Then if I need a Power BI Pro, for example, all I just need to do is to click on details here. Then I will be able to have the option to put in my credit card, right, and purchase. So for those products, for example, now I have the option to actually start a free trial. So if you've not tried any product before from this page, you most likely see the option to actually start a free trial depending on the region that the tenant was actually created. But if you want to just buy outrightly, so just go ahead to click on buy. So before clicking on the buy, you have to select, okay, how many users do I want this product for? Okay, I have 5 people in my organization that will need the product. I'll be able to change the number to 5. Then from there, I'll be able to click on buy. So the buy will actually take me to a page where I'm going to see more details to fill in. It could be my credit card, my payment method, which is something we are going to actually look at. So the next thing is showing me here, so I can see that where it is selling the product. So this is my tenant, is actually in the United States. So that means before I can purchase this product, because my tenant is actually in the United States, the credit card to actually fill in here. So it's very important for us to note that the card to be used must be a card from the United States. So if your tenant, for example, is actually set up in the United Kingdom and you relocated to the United States, you can't use a United States card for a tenant that was set up for the United Kingdom. So the only option you have is either to get a card from the United Kingdom and add to the tenant, or you have to actually create another tenant in the United States, then you do your data migration from the tenant in United Kingdom to the United States, and that's the only way you can actually use the card. So I'm not going to fill in this detail. Of course, this tenant is actually a United States tenant. I don't have a United States card, so I'll not be able to go for. So basically, you fill in these details: your card number, the security code, the expiration month and the expiration year. The first name and last names are important. The name on the card, so the name of the card must actually correspond. Then the address of the your address is very important. The city. Once you click on save here, so this option here that says place order will be enabled for you. So once it's enabled, you just click on place order and you give it some time for it to load to actually purchase the subscription for you. So that's actually how you can actually purchase a subscription from the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Other ways that you can purchase the subscriptions are actually, you can either go to the product page, which I'll be showing in a different video. You go to the product page, or let me quickly show us that. You can just type compare Microsoft 365 plans. Let me click on this. That's not what I'm looking for. For business, let me see. So this actually, if you want to purchase for family and alright, this is what I'm looking for. So if you want to actually purchase for the business plans, you can have the business basic, the business standard, the business premium, half of business. Then we have also the same product page for the enterprise plan. So we have different product page for each of those subscriptions basically. Alright, so let's go back here. So that's how you purchase the subscriptions. So again, from the marketplace, go to all products. Then another option is to search for the products. Maybe you don't want to go through the list of the product that you have here. You don't want to start scrolling up or scrolling down. Yeah, you know the product you want to purchase. Just type in Office 365 E5. Let's say I want to purchase it, for example. So that will bring different options. So any subscription that has E5, so I have under Office 365 E5 here. So just same way, just click on details. Then because I think because I've actually tried this subscription in the past, so I don't have start a free trial here. So for this, what is available for me is to actually buy it. So if I need the subscription, I can just go ahead to buy it. Now I want to make I want to actually clarify something else for us here. Now we have Office 365 E5 here. Then we have Office 365 E5 month to month here. So what is actually the difference? The first one is actually the price. So this one is actually $38 per user per month, why this is $53.20 per user per month. So the reason why these two subscriptions are different is because of all core commitments. So for this E5 that does not have month to month there, it means that I'm committed to Microsoft for yearly. So the yearly commitment, I'm telling Microsoft that I'm committed to you guys yearly, but I can choose to now pay monthly or yearly. If I click on details here, for instance, once I click, you see the option here. So if I want to pay monthly, I can either choose to pay it monthly here. If I want to pay yearly, so I can pay the entire year at a go. But what is important is that this subscription is actually on a yearly commitment. That's why I don't have the month to month. But the other one that I'm having month to month here, if I click on the details here, the only option that is available for me is to pay per month, because what I'm telling Microsoft is that I'm only committed to you guys monthly. So because I'm committed to monthly, that's actually why the price is actually higher compared to the one that I'm committed to Microsoft yearly. So the yearly doesn't actually necessarily mean that I must pay for the whole year. It means that I can either choose to pay monthly or choose to pay yearly, and this cuts across different subscription. You can also see for the Office 365 E3 here, you also have the E3 month to month. So if you're going to actually you want to pay less, so it's better. Microsoft recommend that you actually commit yearly so that you're paying it. So it's actually a way to encourage customers to be committed yearly to them. So for this now, you can see also here, this is $23 for yearly commitment, while this is $32.20 for yearly commitment, for monthly commitment. So that's something else I wanted to point out for us. So we've seen how we can search by category, how we can also search by using the search box as well here. So let's jump into the billing. So after purchasing the subscriptions, what happened? The first thing that happened is that you'll be able to see the list of all your subscription in your product page. So your product page is actually a tab where you will see a list of all your subscriptions and products that you've purchased or that you own. So here you see different options like the product name, you'll see the number of licenses that you've assigned, you'll see the purchase quantity, the subscription status, whether or not it is active, it is expired and all that. Then you see the purchase channel, and you can choose to add additional column if you want. Like for example, let's say I want to add expiration date. For example, I want to be able to see, okay, when is the subscription going to expire? So I've added this expiration date here. Like for this now, it's not available. For this, it's going to expire on the 8th of November, because this is month and here, while this is going to expire on the 23rd of August 2023. So so this page basically is just for us to see the list of all the subscription you have. You can see the number of licenses I've assigned. Let me take one of the subscription, for example. Let me take this E3 trial for threat protection, for example. So for this, I can see more details when I go inside the subscriptions, details such as the number. So this actually gave me like a pictorial view of the number of license. So I've assigned 4, then I have 21 available here. So it does tells me here when the subscription is going to expire, then if recurring billing is actually enabled. So because the subscription is trial, so that's why this is actually disabled. So if recurring billing, this option is actually available for us, is enabled, I can actually click on it to either turn it on or turn it off. So maybe after the subscription I've gotten to the expired period, I don't want to renew the subscription again, so I can just turn off recurring billing, so that in case I forget, so that the subscription doesn't renew automatically. Note that if the recurring billing is actually turned on, what is going to happen is that this subscription is going to renew automatically. So this actually gives me an expiring date. So it's going to expire, like I said, on the 8th of November. So because it's a trial subscription, I have the option to actually extend the end date. So for any Microsoft trial subscription, you have the option to use Microsoft trial for 90 days. So but the condition to extending the end date of the subscription, so if you're going to extend it for the first time yourself, because when you set up the trial, you have the trial to be used for 30 days. So between that 30 days, you have the option to actually extend the end date, but the only thing you're providing to Microsoft is your payment method. That means your credit card. Microsoft wants to be sure, okay, if you want us to extend this trial, then provide this your credit card information for us. It's not going to be charged. Actually, the subscription will actually be extended for you, and after that, if you still need to actually be on the trial for another 30 days, all you just have to do is to actually reach out to Microsoft support by clicking on help and support here. Then it will take you to, you fill in the details. I want to extend my subscription for another 30 days. So once you reach out to Microsoft support, what they're going to do is to actually ask you to provide a business justification of why you want them to actually extend. So once your business justification is actually good enough, they're going to verify the information and they will actually extend the subscription for you for another 30 days. So in total, this is going to make 90 days. So for here, we'll see that the subscription is active. So for any active subscription, we have the option under it to cancel the subscription. So if at all I'm done with this trial, I don't want to use the trial again, or is an active subscription I've actually purchased, I will always see the option to cancel the subscription now from here. So note, there is what we call newcomers experience. So for newcomers experience, any subscription that you purchase, you have the option to cancel them within the first 7 days after purchasing. So if you do not cancel it within the first 7 days after purchasing, there's a Microsoft documentation on this, that for any subscription that was purchased using a billing profile, you must actually cancel it before 7 days. After 7 days, you have to continue using the subscription. The only option you have is to turn off recurring billing. Then this is actually showing us that the purchase channel, basically talking about, okay, was this subscription purchase? Once you see the commercial direct, that means the subscription was either purchased either from the product page or it was purchased from the admin center itself. So that's why we have this purchase channel as commercial direct. Then we have this service usage address. So this is basically the address of your company. So if this is actually a paid subscription, for example, now I'll be able to edit the service usage address. Like if maybe I want to put in my VAT ID for my organization, I'll be able to put in the VAT ID there. Then these are add-ons. So if I want to actually purchase add-on, this gives me a shortcut to actually purchase the add-on. Then just to click on this, I purchase the add-on. So this is basically a product details and upgrade. So if this subscription is actually upgradable, let's say for example, now let me go back to our product page. I had Microsoft 365 Business Basic, for example. Now because this is part of Business Standard, then what it means is that I'll be able to upgrade from Business Basic to Business Standard. Similarly, I'll be able to upgrade from Business Standard to Business Premium. So what that means is that the option to upgrade the subscription will actually be available if you click on view apps and services that is included in this subscription. So this will actually give us a list of all the apps, all the services that are actually available, more details basically about the subscription that we selected. All right, let's go back to your product page. So that's actually the summary of everything that we have here. So the product name, the assigned licenses, the number of quantities that you've purchased, the subscription status. Now I can see that all the subscriptions that are currently showing here are active, they are green. So if I want to actually see other subscriptions that are not active, all I just need to do is to click on this filter option. Then I'll be able to select, okay, deleted subscription. So now I have more information. So there are some trials I've tried in the past that were expired and were disabled, and Microsoft deleted them. So I can see that, okay, I have this deleted. Sorry, go back. So this has been deleted for me, and it tells me when it expires. That's in year 2021. So I have this also deleted. I have this also deleted, and it's expired in the year 2021, and so on and so forth. So the filter option is also very useful in case you want to check other things. Okay, if I want to see subscription that are pay as you go, for example, I don't have any subscription that is pay as you go. If I want to check subscription that are free, so it tells me the one that are actually marked as free. If I want to check the one that are paid, so it shows me the one that are actually paid here. Then if I want to see the one that are trial, it gives me the list of all the subscription that are trial. So you can just use the filter as you like to actually check which of the subscription that you want to see. So the next place we're going right now, we're going to the licenses. So for licenses now, so if there are some other subscriptions, so apart from the Microsoft 365 Marketplace and the product page that I showed us earlier, we can actually purchase subscription from a CSP, a cloud service provider. So these are like a Microsoft reseller. So you can basically have an agreement with with the reseller, and they will activate the subscriptions for you. So any subscription that they activate for you will actually be shown here as part of your product and also in your licenses. But unlike the subscription that was purchased directly from Microsoft, you don't have the option to actually assign those subscriptions from users, active users. Like for example, now if I click on the users and active users here, so this is actually the difference between the subscription that you purchased directly and the subscription that was purchased through a CSP. So let's say for this user now, this Angelo is not licensed. I can click on Angelo, then I can click on license and apps. Let's say I want to assign Angelo the Microsoft 3 or the Dynamics 365 Business Central, for example. I click on save changes. So it's easy for me to actually assign the subscription. But for any subscription that was purchased from a reseller, such subscriptions will actually need to be assigned from the licenses page, because from this point here you'll be able to see the subscription. I don't have any subscription that were actually purchased from a reseller, but basically for those subscription you'll be able to see the subscription here. So let's say this, for example, was purchased from a reseller. I'll click on this on the subscription, then this will actually fetch data for me to see all the users that have been assigned for this subscription. Alright, so I will have the option to actually assign the license to the users from here. So all I just need to do is just type the username. Let me just type any of the user that I have. Let me type in admin, then click on assign. So for all the subscription that you purchase from that were activated by a cloud service provider, you will be able to assign those subscription, those licenses rather, from the licenses portal. So that's actually the difference between your products and your licenses portal. So the next thing will go here. Okay, that's all for here. Let me see if you have any other thing that I missed here. Okay, so for benefits here, so we can actually basically see benefits that we actually have as an organizations. So for now, what we can see is a Microsoft Workplace discount program. I'm not going to go into that. So the next place you're going is a bills and payments. So the bills and payments is actually the place where you'll be able to see your invoices, your payment method, and your billing profile. So for example, now Microsoft sends you an invoice, or you are charged, your credit card was charged, where you can find the invoice. Maybe you didn't receive an email for the invoice. So what you can do is just navigate to your bills and payments here, and on the bills and payments portal you will be able to see all the invoices. So be it the normal invoice that was charged by Microsoft, or a tax invoice showing the tax that we charged, or a credit note. So basically, because all the subscriptions from this tenant are actually free, I have not been billed any amount. That's why if you click on those three ellipses now, you'll be able to download the PDF version of this invoice, and you'll be able to actually review the invoice. So I'm able to see the invoice that I have. So this basically this is the invoice for the Power BI developer. So nothing more here. So the same way, you'll be able to right click here, you will see if you click on the three ellipses rather, you will see invoice details. If you want to get details of this invoice, you see the invoice detail. But if you want to download as PDF, just click on that other option. So this gives me like an eye level overview, the billing cycle of the invoice, if it is yearly or monthly invoice, then the invoice date, the invoice order number, then I'll see the name of the invoice itself, the name of the item, the subscription that was charged, how many quantity. So again, here I'll be able to download the invoice here as well. Let me go back to bills and payments. So you'll be able to see the billed amount, the document type. So if it's a credit note, for example, you'll be able to see it here. If it's a tax invoice, you'll be able to see it here. So you want to view details, you can just click on that. So it brings you the same page where you see the details of the invoice. Alright, so the payment method is basically talking about the instrument that you pay for your subscription. So Microsoft in Microsoft 365, we have different payment method. We have by credit or by debit card. We have an invoice pay method. We have by direct debit from the bank, or bank payments. So those are the various methods. But when you check your tenant, like this tenant, if I'm going to add a payment method, the only payment method that is currently available for me is a credit card. So if I want to pay by invoice pay, maybe I want to pay by invoice pay, I don't want to add my credit card, all I just need to do is actually contact Microsoft. So for example, if I want to pay by invoice pay, for invoice pay there are like three criteria to be eligible for invoice pay. The first one is that you must actually be a Microsoft customer for over 6 months. So if you're not up to 6 months, that automatically disqualifies you. The second condition is that you must actually have a certain minimum amount that you're paying. So depending, before now, until recently, when the Microsoft changed the option, it used to be $6,000 per month So if you're not paying up to $6,000 per month, you'll not be able to be eligible for the invoice pay. So I believe that has actually been changed, but you must have like, you must be paying a whole lot of money per month before you be eligible. And the last option is that you must actually pass a credit check. So an email will be sent to your organizations, to your admin, that okay, these are some requirements. They will request for some things about your organization, something like maybe the registration number, your company's proof that you are actually a registered organization and all that. So this payment method here, we're still going to look at it in front, so let's close this for now. Then the last one here is talking about the billing profile. So a billing profile contains payment method, invoice information associated to your billing account. So you use a billing profile to pay for business products and services that you buy from Microsoft. So a billing profile is actually automatically created when a billing account is created. So once a billing account is created, you set up from the you're setting up from the product page, for example. So automatically, once the tenant is ready, a billing profile is also created automatically for you, and that is actually similar to the billing account, because the billing account itself is actually managed billing accounts manage your purchasing relationship with Microsoft. So basically, once you create a tenant, for example, now you have a billing account that is actually created for you. When you sign up, you buy Microsoft products, a billing account is automatically created as well. So you use a billing account to manage your account settings, your invoice pay. So it's almost like the billing profile, but they are actually kind of different, because when you click on the billing account, I can see this billing account here. So the billing account actually tells me that okay, this is actually the agreement I have with Microsoft. And you can have two different type of agreements. You have the Microsoft Online Subscription Agreement. We also have the Microsoft Customer Agreement, which is actually the billing account that is created when you work with a Microsoft representative, like an authorized partner, to buy products. So the moment you are reaching out to your partner, you will see a different billing account based on the relationship that you have with your partner. You can, and this can actually be edited. So if you want to add a valid registration number for your organization, you can put it there. You can also edit this as well, because this address is the SOTO address is one of the address that will actually reflect on your invoices. So you can see you have the SOTO address, you have the bill-to address, then the service usage address. So those are actually options that are available for you. All right, we can close this for now. So the payment method, as earlier said, we saw that in our bills and payments, we're able to see payment method. So payment method is actually a place where you can actually add your payment method. But one thing you have to note is that once you actually add your payment method, it doesn't get automatically associated to any subscription. Like if you click on add a payment method, for example, now say new payment method do not automatically pay for your subscription. After you add one, you have to assign to the subscription that you want to pay for. So you just basically fill in the details, your card details, the security code, you fill in the expiration month and the expiration here, your first name, your last name, then click on save. Like I said earlier, the card to be added to this tenant here must come from the United States. That's why this is grayed out, because once you create a tenant and you select the region cannot be changed. Is a product limitation, because as you're setting up the region, you're telling Microsoft that I want all my data center to actually be in the United States. So the last to be looking at under the billings is the billing notification. So billing notifications, as the name implies, so we want to receive notification like an email from Microsoft that okay, once my subscription is about to expire, send me an email, a notification, or once I have a new invoice, send me an email notification that okay, there's a new invoice. So if I want the invoice PDF to be attached to the email I'm receiving from Microsoft, so I'll have to turn it on. I can actually turn it off if I don't want to allow, if I don't want Microsoft to attach the PDF to the email they're sending to me. I can turn it off and say save, which is not actually the best practice anyway. It's better you allow it. So I'll be able to see okay, so that's under the billing notification settings. Then for organization contact receiving billing notification, so you say we send billing notification emails to your organization contact in case email addresses are provided by your admin. Then we can actually change the admin. So if you're the global admin and the billing admin are automatically added here as people to receive the emails for you. So if I want to actually assign, I want to change the billing admin, for example, now I don't want somebody to be a billing admin on my tenant, I can easily check. Let me see. So that's the permission for the billing administrator. So these are the people that are actually automatically added by default from Microsoft, because they want to ensure that the global admin or the billing admin do not actually miss the information. So that's where we'll be stopping for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments and I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.